Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and tonight we're kind of doing the nostalgia thing just a little bit different, because this is not a line that existed a long time ago. It just kind of reminds me of lines that existed a long time ago. That's right, we are doing the line that is exclusive to Dollar Tree stores everywhere, which means that every figure, every accessory pack, everything that you buy for this line is going to be $1. That's right, it is Final Faction. And we are going to take a look at the whole line, and that is what we're doing tonight. But before we get into that, for our show and tell segment, I don't actually have a whole lot to show, except wait a minute here. You know what we do have? Is that one of the new figures? No, down, over. Oh, here, right here. So. We do have the new Masters of the Universe Revelation figures. So we got a He-Man and a Skeletor, and they look very, very cool. And so we got them at some point in the near future. I expect we'll be talking about this stuff, because the new show is streaming like right now. So I don't know why any of you are here. I mean I'm glad that you're here, but honestly, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be watching He-Man right now. I probably should be watching He-Man right now, but you know what? As soon as I'm done, I guarantee I will be watching He-Man. So, we got figures, we got a new show, it's gonna be so cool. Also, in our show and tell, this isn't so much show, it's more tell. Last weekend, I pulled a marathon, and I recorded just a ton of videos that I've been meaning to get to for a while, and I released 2 of those this week, and we are going to be continuing to release those short circuits. We've got a lot of Studio 86 and some Kingdom, and it's gonna be great, and that's gonna probably gonna give us videos for like the next several weeks. And in sometime very soon, we might just be revealing a brand new show, not a short circuits, not a live stream. It's gonna be Game Frame, starring the illustrious Brick Woad. That is right. Don is going to be producing some content, and we're going to see how it is. So I hope that you all check that out, because it should be cool. So also, tomorrow morning we are going to the Too Groovy show. It is tomorrow, July 24th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. John's Cathedral in Munhall, PA. That's here in the Pittsburgh area. So if you are from anywhere around here, tickets at the door are $4. $4. We are going to go, for those familiar with the Pittsburgh area, on the south side there used to be this iconic retro toy store called the Groovy Store. It just said Groovy. You know, huge. Everybody just called it the Groovy Store. I don't even know what its official name was. Everybody just called it the Groovy Store. And sadly, the Groovy Store did close down, but the owner now has another location called Groovy 2. And you know, it's a little bit smaller, and I think that he has much more limited hours, but they're doing a show on Saturday, tomorrow. So we're going to go. It's going to be great. So yeah. Woo! That's going to be awesome. And so with all that being said, another order of business, I haven't seen Michael Spicer join in. Is he here? Okay. All right. Good. So, Mr. Spicer, it was your birthday this week. I already know. You didn't even have to tell me. because actually Nate told me earlier, and so you know what that means when we have a birthday here on Retrobot. You have to put up with my singing. That's right. Oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Happy birthday, Mr. Spicer! I'm very happy that it is your birthday, or at least it was your birthday, and so this episode it is for you, and I believe that we have cake to give you through the internet. So here we go. Yeah, we have cake. All right, so Mike, I need you to get very close to your computer screen. Asher can probably help you. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, blow. Oh, good job. Good job. See, I know Asher did most of the work there. All right, thank you, Asher, for helping your dad out. All right, now, here, Mike, I'm just going to hand this to you through the camera. Here, this is uploading. There we go. Okay, it is now in the internet. So, Mike, you should be able to download your cake. And do I get to have a piece of cake too? Oh, okay. So I will also have a cake. It's a completely different slice of cake. This is, it's way different. So, yeah, different cake, right? See, Retrobot wouldn't lie. So, happy birthday, Mr. Spicer. Seriously. Have a happy birthday and many more to come. And I hear Dudley in the background. He wishes you a happy birthday. That's what "row" means. So, you know what? I like cake. I even like Hostess cakes. They're the good ones. Yeah. Every now and then, my uncle will get the little Debbie cakes. They're not the same. That's like your poor boy snack cake. Yeah. Hostess is where it's at. So, anyway. I don't know. Alright, so. Before we get started, I would like to toast everyone who has joined us in the chat. And remember, if you're watching and you're on a computer or device that is capable of joining in the chat, then please feel free to pop on, say hi. We will toast you. Everybody in the chat is super friendly and welcoming. I mean, well, Dawn is kind of friendly, and I'm not sure if welcoming is the right word when it comes to Dawn. What do you think? Dawn is an experience. So, here is a toast to Rob S. And a toast to Dawn. I'm just kidding, by the way. Dawn's actually a very nice guy. And a toast to Colleen. And a toast to Mark Lungo. And a toast to Starhound. And a toast to Amanda Maceo. A big happy birthday toast to Asher and Michael Spicer. A toast to the Machiavellic. And of course, a toast to the epic, the long-awaited Setsune! And Don says, no, I am not. He is just being kind for the stream. I can neither confirm nor deny that comment, but I'll toast to it. And of course, a big toast to you, Retro Buddy. Oh, here, clink. One of these days, we're gonna get you like a cup of nostalgia or something to hold. That would be good. And a toast to you, Monica, my lovely and talented wife, without whom none of these live streams would have ever happened in the first place, and they certainly wouldn't be able to keep happening without her. So thank you, Monica. I love you. And so one last thing before we dive right into tonight's topic, the secret word for tonight that's never really a secret. It's more of a phrase, a buck. So yeah, if you hear me say that, then I have to consume beverage. So there we go. And Amanda says that we are all here to make Clay drunk. You know, I do actually really enjoy the traps that you guys set to trick me into saying that stuff, and it's amazing how often I just don't see them coming until it's too late. But nonetheless, yes. So a toast to Amanda. So tonight, we will be giving away 2 Final Faction prize packs at the end of the stream. And to enter, just be here. So Monica's keeping track of everyone in the chat, and Retrobot will tabulate 2 winners tonight using a fractional algorithm to generate true randomness. Oh, that's accurate, right? Okay. So, but anyway, yes, Retrobot will let us know the winners. So, if you're in chat, say something, and then you're automatically entered to get a Final Faction prize pack. So, this is Final Faction. This is a series of toys from Dollar Tree, of all places. And they have an assortment of different heroic figures and some monster figures. And then this is not part of Final Faction. This is actually Battle Mountain or Dinosaur Mountain. Or that mountain set actually has a history all its own. And at some point, we want to do a live stream just about the mountain set. It's actually pretty cool. But Monica first noticed the Final Faction toys showing up at our local Dollar Tree around November of 2020. And it was, at first it was like, little action figures at Dollar Tree, little cheap action figures, so what? They're usually badly printed, sometimes badly molded, sometimes they have sharp edges, sometimes the face is printed on the back of the head. They tend to be a little bit lower quality. And the difference between those and those generic figures and the Final Faction toys is that Final Faction took up a huge portion of the real estate at Dollar Tree, and they featured a wide variety of weapons and monsters and characters. And they had bright, engaging packaging with information about the toy line. This was a profoundly well-developed toy line in comparison to what you usually got, which was a cheap card that... do we have one of those ones? Because I thought that we... Oh, Oh, in the bag, in the bag. In this bag. So let's see. Here, look. I've been shopping at Dollar Tree, and just for those of you who are wondering, this is not a sponsored video. We are not getting kickbacks from anyone. Okay, so here's an example of a typical dollar store figure, and you know, he's fine. There's nothing really wrong with this guy. You know, it's got a logo that's just printed in black ink and a UPC, and it's really just, yeah, it's a military action figure. That's it. And you don't care if I open this, right? Because I mean, it's also a buck. And you know, we'll take a look at this guy. Pull him out. Now, I will say that for your buck, you get a boat, huh? You get a boat, and you get the dude, and he's got this big gun, and you know, this guy isn't terrible. I'm not going to say that this is a terribly bad toy, but right away, some things that I notice. First of all, here, let's go ahead and put him on the side camera. So if you look at the figure, and let me get him in focus. There we go. So you look at him, you see a really harsh mold line, and he can only hold his gun sideways. That seems to be the way that he works. I mean, the detail on him is nice. I like the pouches. I like the sort of camo look. The fact that he's got some different colors in different places, but there really isn't a whole lot to him. You know, his articulation is he's got his leg joints and he's got his arm joints, but the arms are fused into that fixed position, so there's not really a whole lot of versatility there. The hat does not come off, so you know, it's not a terrible hat, but it's just part of the figure. And then we've got the boat, and can he sit in the boat? Let's see if he can sit in the boat. He can sit in the boat, but because his arms are in that goofy position, he cannot row the boat. So, sit your boat gently in the water. Tolerate. We're not going any farther. So yeah, that's your typical Dollar Tree action figure. And yeah, for a buck, this toy is fine. But you wouldn't mix this guy in with your G.I. Joes and be like, okay, you know, hey, Snake Eyes, you go attack the Cobra Vipers, and Shipwreck, okay, we need you to take out the Cobra, the Mamba or something, and then Hat Head, you just sit in your boat. You know, it's like you know, he's not even much of an army filler, but you know, he's there. So then contrast that.
Way to go, Fumbles!
Fumbles! That's perfect.
That settles it. Welcome to the team, Fumbles.
So yes, you know what? This is Fumbles. Here we go. And Nathan and Connie are here. So a big toast to Nathan Fillion and Connie. A toast to each of you. And Mike Spicer says, I find humor in the fact that the episode dedicated to me is about a dollar store. And Rob S. says, the hat reminds me of Clay's hat during the early streams. You know, I still use that hat over on the Clay Carlino channel, and I have done one whole video on that channel since starting this channel, so the hat remains. Oh yes, you want to see more of the hat? Check out Clay Carlino channel on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. We talk about retro tools. See what I did there? It was not toys, tools. So, and it's not really retro. It's just me fixing stuff or something. Oh, I have to upload that thing about shampooing the carpet. Yeah. See the kind of content that you're missing if you're not watching the Clay Carlino channel? There's, spoiler alert, there's a carpet shampooing video coming. Yeah. So, let's go ahead and take a look at one of these Final Faction figures. And here, I want to... So, we got... this is the... Let's go ahead. This is the ACRM. And that stands for Augmented Combat Rescue Mech. And... it's like, it's essentially, this is your army builder character for the good guys. Because you can have as many of these as you want. And by the way, did I mention that they're $1? They're $1. So yeah, you can bulk up your army real fast with these. And you can see that they've got some decent artwork. They've got a really nice logo. I like the logo. It's actually very, very pretty. It looks like what it's supposed to be. And then you've got the illustration on here of the ACRM, and of course you've got your warnings about choking hazards. And then you look on the back, and here's where they really knock it out of the park, in my opinion. Because, yeah, you compare this to this. This says you're just buying a toy, and that's really all you're getting, and we're not really going to have any illusions about what you're getting. This is like, this takes me back to the original Transformers boxes that I would get when I was a kid, or G.I. Joe packages. So you have this right up here that says the ACRM is a breakthrough in virtual reality tech. A helmet and special suit allows piloting of a mech via modular system. This mech is adaptable and aids in all combat and rescue missions. The ACRM is currently piloted by Boyd, a 15-year-old disabled boy. So yeah, there you have the ACRM of Alpha Team 1. And then you also have a little thing that shows you the other figures in this series. And it also gives you a write-up of what the situation is. So I'm going to read this here. In the year 2050, a large asteroid collided with our moon. Among the debris, we discovered a hibernating alien mothership. Now the Karn are awake, and they want to plunder our precious natural resources. So we recruited teams of special operatives to defend Earth from the alien threat. They are the Final Faction. And then you've got this QR code, which you can scan to watch the official cartoon, which, if we go over here, They've got an episode. It is a computer animated thing, and honestly, it's not bad. I mean, it's the animation is very simple looking, but actually the characters look like toys. They look like toys. They not to the degree that they've got joints in the computer models, but they have that kind of that very simple animation style that makes them look a little bit plasticky, and I feel like that's probably on purpose. Nathan says you should make a video about buying your first Mac. So we're just gonna show this to everybody, huh? So this is a Mac. We bought it. No. Okay, so Monica's computer crapped out, and as some of you may be aware, I don't know how many, but electronics are having a little bit of trouble right now. Yeah, like in terms of supply and demand. Computers have gotten really, really expensive. There's chip shortages, and a lot of the computer stuff that you're getting is crap. And so, in the past, I've always been kind of an Apple hater, because for $600 or $600 to $800, I could get a really good PC that would perform beautifully, and to get the nearest comparable Apple computer, I would have to pay twice that. And now anymore, just to get a mediocre computer, you have to pay like $1,200, and that's like entry level. And then you have a Mac Mini that has like a 16-core processor, and eight cores for your CPU, 8 cores for your GPU, and that one was what, $699? And it's like, oh, all of a sudden Mac became the cheap option? Like, how did that happen? Like, in a world where their phone costs $1,200, how did their desktop PC get to be half that? But anyway, so now we're doing that. So anyway, Dawn says, "Don't sell yourself short. You are a retro tool." Thank you, Dawn. Thank you. You remember what I was saying about you being a nice guy? I stand by it. Take that. Bam! He'll hate that. He will hate that, huh? Yeah, I got you so good. Mark Lungo says, "I'm really impressed with the amount of effort they put into this." And that gets us right back on track. So, yeah, I agree with you, Mark. You get to these things, they have this animated episode that, like I was saying, it's actually pretty good. It's entertaining, the characters have a lot of personality, the voice acting is really good. I have to say, they have these brute characters, and they talk in this sort of dumb caveman speak, like, "Oh, me not know what to do," and I hate it. I hate that part of it. I hope that as they develop, the characterizations for the brutes changes. I'm okay with them being like kind of slow and dim-witted, but they seem just juvenile, and I don't like it as much. So anyway, but that's my criticism of the show. So from what we can gather, The Final Faction is a joint production of Dollar Tree and 4 Star Group, also known as FSG, because those are its initials, which is a Chinese design firm that makes low-cost furniture, housewares, and electronics, but now apparently toys. The characters, weapons, and concept designs are all thanks to a US-based designer named Robbie Smith. And we reached out to Robbie Smith via Twitter. We were hoping to be able to talk to him for this live stream and ask him questions, but he's not allowed to talk about Final Faction, which is a shame, because I have to say that Robbie, I have complete and total professional jealousy over what you've gotten to do here. We have gone online, and we've actually included the links to Robbie Smith's social media, his Twitter, his Instagram, his other website, in the description of this video. And you can see here, if we go, we've got, this is Rob Rebooted is his online identity. And you can see some of the other stuff that he's done. You can see his Instagram posts. Robbie seems to be a comic book nerd, just like the rest of us, and I really love that about him. He's got his Twitter page. So there's some. So this is kind of his brainchild, and supposedly according to his website, Final Faction was conceived as a love letter to the 80s and 90s action figures, and it was pitched to Dollar Tree as a toy line with high-quality production values that could be offered at an affordable price to their customers. And what you're going to see is they really do kind of deliver on that promise. So let's take a look at the toys that make up the Series 1 Final Faction toy line, and I've already showed you the ACRM, and here, let me put it on the other camera. So we've got the ACRM, and you know, it's nice. It looks nice. We've got all the information on the back, and I actually get to open this one, so I'm just going to open it. And now, unfortunately, this isn't the kind of packaging that you can save. You just peel off the back. You know, something's going to get destroyed, but we pull it out, and there you have your robot. And you look at it, and the design is actually, it's very nicely molded. They've got some good design detail. I like the damage that they put on the one arm there. It looks like it got either slashed at or maybe even bitten by an alien. And then you can see some of that stuff over here. They've got a lot of nice detail in the legs, some very simple but effective paint applications, and then we've got our 5 basic points of articulation. We've got a rotating head, which can go back and forth. The back of the neck is a little bit higher than the rest of the head, so it doesn't go 360. But the shoulder has a joint here, a shoulder has a joint there. You've got legs. So not a lot of articulation. Pretty much what you used to get from the original Star Wars figures. But it, of course, is enough to be able to put guys into poses, sort of like the action scene that I have going on back here, where we've got Shift stabbing a guy, and we've got Steadfast shooting a guy, and we've got Ruck over here, and he's strangely enough, he isn't doing anything. And then we've got Captain America up here, and he's about to fly because he does that. You know, the new Captain America. But we'll get there. We will get there. Nonetheless, so you have this guy as your basic robot guy, and what I like about these is that because you get this guy for $1, then as a kit basher, then I could buy a dozen of these, and I could put extra paint deco on them, and I could, kit bash them, or if I wanted to tear one apart so that it looks like the aliens have torn it to pieces and stuff like that, I can do that and not feel too bad, because it's not a $15 action figure. I've just said $1 like 14 times. So, that's 1, that's 12, that's 14, so there we go. So yeah, there's a lot of, just the fact that you're not investing a ton of money while still getting an action figure that feels substantial. Like, notice that you look at him and his pieces aren't hollow. His arms have fronts and backs. His legs have fronts and backs. That's something that right now I cannot buy a Transformers figure from the main line that actually has backs to the arms. There's hollow points all through them. And, you have to get a masterpiece in order to get something that actually isn't molded in such a way that you get all the detail on the front and some detail on the sides, but then there's these big cavities in the back. And so in this, it feels weighty because it's made of solid plastic rather than hollow plastic, and it feels like I can abuse it without it breaking. And by the way, if I do break it, it was a buck. It was the thing. So, but thank you. That was good. But see, that's not where the play value ends, because honestly, if it was just a robot guy, and it's like, okay, well, you got a robot guy. 5 points of articulation. So what? What's fun about that? Well. Here, wait a minute. Here, I've got. So you can also get these. So they sell accessory packs. So we've got the Final Faction accessory pack here, and this is just one of their accessory packs. There are actually 6 different accessory packs depending on, and they're made for different characters, and so this is the accessory pack that goes for the ACRM. And you look on the back, and oh, look at this. They didn't phone it in. They still made sure to give you all the information about the things that you're getting. You've got the arm cannons, which provides firepower capability to mechs, giving the ability to inflict long-range damage to enemies. Back booster, a jetpack that gives mechs short-range jumping capabilities and increased maneuverability, can be combined with wings to allow short-range flight. Leg boosters boosts mech speed on the ground as well as increases jumping ability. When combined with the back booster, leg booster can provide additional propulsion, increasing mech flight duration and distance, and wings provides flight capabilities to a mech. When combined with the back booster alone, the wings give a mech the ability to glide from high drop zones. And then of course you get the write-up of the situation once again, and you get the QR code. So they've really thought this out. That's one of the things that excites me about this line, is how beautifully cohesive it is. Everything feeding back into driving people to the website, having the retail presence. It's something that I wish that Transformers packages had these kinds of write-ups, and they don't anymore. Yeah, I think it's because they do all their packaging for many languages. And that's a challenge. Okay, I accept that is a challenge, but even when I get a card inside, it doesn't have all this. They used to do that when I was a kid. You used to get all that, and now you don't. But Final Faction does, and then Final Faction says, "Hey, you want to see what you just bought in action? Well, just go here and blip. You watch the thing." So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna open this one. Shell 61 is here and says, "I never thought of using dollar store toys for kit bashing. Lots of neat shapes for using on game terrain." And yes. And have we seen Shell 61 before? I don't remember seeing you before. I apologize if I have, but just in case, welcome Shell 61. Thank you for joining us here on Retrobot. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Being able to get stuff like this, I mean, I will absolutely cannibalize stuff like this for my kit bashes. And as you're going to see, the molds on these things are actually very nicely done. So we're just going to peel that away. And so we're going to start with these little side cannons here. Look at those. See, those are good looking side cannons. And we got the little peg, and then we can take those and we can put them in the arms of the ACRM, which, by the way, I'm just going to say I'm really glad that it's not an acronym. I don't know what it is, but I feel like so many things have acronyms. Probably at the point where Transformers actually came up with an acronym for the word fossil. It was like, okay, you know what? It's getting a little bit ridiculous here. So I'm glad that this is just an ACRM. It's not like R period O period B period O period T robot, but it actually stands for reconnaissance occupied biodirectional I don't know. So or recon mom, or yeah, they've got, this gives you the guns, and then you got your let's see here, we got our jump pack here. So this is our jump pack, and these are just there's no paint detail on these. And I feel like these things, the production value, they're spending a little bit less on the manufacturing of these because I'm not seeing any paint detail. But they're also selling these for $1. And so if the figures are a little bit less profitable per unit, they can make that up with these weapons packs. And honestly, I would buy like 3 of these weapons packs just for one ACRM, because notice he has lots of holes. Okay, so I just want to put guns and jets all over this guy. So here, the intended place for this is on the back. We got a couple pegs there, and we can just put that in there. It fits very nicely. Looks good. And then we've got our little wing things, and notice that they're molded all the way through. Okay, this is solid. It's not like, oh look, it looks nice on the front and then it's hollow in the back. No, this is a nice looking piece. Once again, fantastic for kit bashing. So we'll put this, and I think this one probably goes here. At least that's probably what's intended. So we can do that, and then we'll take this one and we can do that. And then we also have, so the last thing in here is the leg booster. Okay, so you get one leg booster. Do you get to? Oh yes, you do. You get 2 leg boosters. So we can put one here, and we can put one here. I found the other one. So there, we got our leg boosters. And so now, okay, now look at Robot. So, all right, now, admittedly, this is now $2. Okay? So I've invested $2 in my Robot. But look at him. He looks cool. He looks cool. Now, okay, he is coming straight from a Japanese cartoon about society after a global apocalypse, and he's gonna fly around, and he's got his guns, and then you find out that the pilot is a 15-year-old boy that's paralyzed, but is an amazing mech pilot, and he's got very large eyes that are always glistening regardless of the lighting situations, and it's like, and this thing is cool. This is a cool toy in its own right. I mean, I liked it before. It was okay before. It was $1 before. But now I got all of this stuff. And you know what? I got other weapons here. I've got, like, we've got more stuff. So let's just go ahead. Look, this is another one of those weapons packs. So By the power of YouTube, Entertainer13 has entered the chat. By the power of YouTube! Welcome, Entertainer13! We are looking at Final Faction, the coolest toy line that you never heard of before. And Mark Lungo says, I wonder what technical innovations led to these cheap but well-made things being possible. And if I had to hazard a guess, I'm thinking that some very careful planning. It seems like this is not an accidental set. I think that Robbie Smith had a lot to do with coming up with designs that and a plan for how to manufacture these things, because really you look at Robot and then you compare it to Fumbles here, and the amount of stuff is comparable. I mean, Fumbles has a boat and oars and a gun, but Fumbles here is not as playable because I can't get the arms into a different position. I can't take off his hat. I can't get him to aim his gun forward. I can't get him to row. He comes with the boat, which is I do like that it comes with a boat. Okay, I'm not completely hating on Fumbles here, because actually I wanna put him in the bathtub like the next time that I could put him in the hot tub. Yeah, we're gonna see if Fumbles can float at some point. Anyway, but the point is that it's not Fumbles is designed to just be a toy that you can sell cheap. But Final Faction, it seems like they really plan this stuff to be something that is collectible and captures the imagination of children by doing the stuff that was successful 35 years ago. They're taking the lessons learned by He-Man and the Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe and Transformers and so many other toy lines of that era that gave us not just toys, but they gave us a story. And they convinced us, they gave us a whole world to lose ourselves in. And that's what Final Faction is doing, and they're able to make it work by having a price point that's attractive while giving you toys that you're not that you feel like you got something. So here we've got my ACRM. Now he's $3. I know. I did that one on purpose because I'm excited and I wanted to show my commitment. Okay, so here we go. This is our $3 ACRM, and look at him now. Oh, he's cool. He's cool. He's got coolness all over. He's got a jump jet on his chest, and he's still got his backpack here, and he's got his leg things. And so now, okay, now tell me that that's not intimidating. I mean, that's cool. That's like, and then, he's got 4 guns on each arm. I mean, he's gonna be just shredding bad guys. He's just going to be shredding bad guys. So let's see. I'm getting a message from my finger here. Just so you know, technically the ones you're allowed to open are the ones in the bag, not the ones on the stool box. Those are my doubles and triples. No, I haven't opened any of the ones from the stool. The extra weapons pack was one of the ones that was already opened in a plastic. Monica's collecting. And you know what? It makes sense because like, have you ever thought, oh, I wish I would have collected G.I. Joe back when that first line was released, when there was only like 11 figures. Oh, I wish I could have gotten that whole first wave, and I wish I would have bought like doubles of them, because that would have been so cool. That's what this feels like. That's what gives me the little goosebumps. That's what gives me the retro feels. Is like I feel like I'm looking at one of those lines in its infancy before it became the thing where, like, right now, I cannot get a small Transformer for less than about $10. Okay, that's the cheap cutoff for a Transformers figure. But I can get the entire first series of Final Faction for like $15. So for one deluxe class figure, I could get the entire first wave. And for the price of a leader class toy, I can get multiples of the first wave and make my robots look like this. And that's cool. I mean, that's cool. This guy is cool. He's cool. Is he cool? I mean, you know, I could even, okay, I can even give you, here you go. You need some Final Faction wings. We can give you Final Faction wings. There we go. So wait, here, come the other way. Come the other way. There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah. That looks good. Yeah. If he had thumbs, he would be giving me a thumbs up right now. One of these days. One of these days, pal. I promise. I love you. Thank you. So yeah. That's just the ACRM. That's just the one character. Entertainer Cert Things 13 says, "Where did you get your shirt? It's awesome." The Hawaiian shirt is from Amazon, and the Pac-Man shirt is from Five Below. So, yeah, I shop at all the trendy places, and I get nothing but the most premium of geeky wear. I'm making most of that up. I if I own name brand clothes, I am not aware of it. So yeah, let's move on, because, you know, I've spent a lot of time talking about this awesome robot guy, and you know me, I do love my awesome robot guys. Huh? I'm talking about Retrobot. See, I'm moving the love around. Moving the love around. All right, so we have our ACRM, and I'm just going to put him in the scene because I can. And I'm guessing that Boyd, the pilot, is actually able to pilot more than one of these at a time, because he's like a super genius or something. But you know, you could say that, you know, maybe he pilots the commander drone, and he has his own like noob squad that are piloting some of the other ones, and he trains them on site. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at Master Sergeant Steadfast. And here I'm going to show you the packaging here for Master Sergeant Steadfast. There he is. Now, this is one of the ones that I'm not allowed to open. So let's just keep that in mind. Collector's item, okay? Like 35 years from now, this sucker will be worth a fortune. It's going to be worth a fortune. I keep it hermetically sealed. Stop looking at my headgear, Stan. So there we go. Once again, excellent artwork, and I'm guessing that the illustrations are also done by Robbie Smith. That's what I would expect, since his background is package design. But he, you know, that's a nice illustration. I mean, that looks straight out of the pages of a comic book. And he comes with his gun, and he comes with a helmet, and of course he is a member of Alpha Team 1, which, by the way, notice, okay, this is Alpha Team 1. Final Faction could be an alpha team, a beta team, a gamma team. They could have any number of extra teams, and this one is Alpha Team 1. There could be an Alpha Team 2, an Alpha Team 3. This has unlimited scalability. It could just keep going. So we look on the back, and we see that Master Sergeant Steadfast is an American, and he is born and raised in the USA. Steadfast is the leader of Alpha Team, highly experienced in the special operations combat rescue. Steadfast lost his left arm and was gravely injured during the first Karn raid. And so he's a cyborg. Okay, he's got a cybernetic eye, and he has a cybernetic arm, and you see that right there. And then you see his look, and you know what? This is who's the guy in Ragnarok that was the executioner, and he eventually turned on Hela. Wait, who? Oh, Carl Urban. Okay, so it's just Carl Urban. Okay, so when they make Final Faction, the live action movie, Carl Urban gets to play the part of Master Sergeant Steadfast, and I'm looking forward to that movie. All right, just so that you know, I'm looking forward to that movie. Of course, we once again have the alien threat and the scan to watch the cartoon. So that is what Steadfast looks like in package. I will pull out Steadfast in his glory here. So there we have him, and you can see the detail on this guy. He's got a removable helmet. See, he has a hat that comes off, and that makes it more fun. A hat that doesn't come off is less fun. Rob S. says the character was named Scourge. Scourge or Scourge? Scourge? So, yeah, okay. So yeah, I didn't realize that was Carl Urban. Like they shaved his head, and suddenly he didn't look like McCoy anymore. So, like, hair, huh? That's just my. I want that on a T-shirt. Hair, huh? I've decided that that's my new catchphrase. So, hair, huh? See, it gets better every time I say it. So there we go. We've got Carl Urban here, and notice the difference in the manufacturing. Okay, once again here I'm gonna pull out Fumbles, because I think that this is actually a pretty good comparison. We've got Fumbles and we've got Carl Urban. And
way to go, Fumbles!
Fumbles! That's perfect.
That settles it. Welcome to the team, Fumbles.
Thank you. So Fumbles, his front half and his back half mostly line up. You look at Master Sergeant here, and the mold line is there, but it's much less visible. We've got about comparable paint detail on the face, but of course, Master Sergeant Steadfast has a removable hat. So they both have armor that's molded into them, but Master Sergeant Steadfast has a cybernetic arm, and that looks great. And if you look at this arm, this is somewhere where I feel like if they had the ability to make it as at the price point that they want and add more paint detail, this is where I would love to see it. But as a kit basher, I can tell you that there is a strong likelihood that this arm is going to get some detail painting on it. Because, it's molded in gray, but you see how detailed they went with all the mechanisms and stuff. It actually is molded very, very nicely. And so, even just a little bit of dry brushing to bring out the detail in the crevices would go a long way on that robot arm to make it pop. It's okay now, but I feel like it needs to pop. He's got an awesome looking gun. Look at that gun. Oh my gosh. That is just, there is so much death that's packed into that gun. Can you imagine carrying that thing around? Or even better, imagine making that as a prop and then going to a Comic-Con dressed as Master Sergeant Steadfast. This could be a plan for the future. I'm not saying, maybe. And Christopher Remley is here. So welcome, Christopher Remley. Christopher Remley, you have just been entered in our drawing to win one of 2 prize packs of Final Faction figures. That's right. A couple people are going to get these. They're going to get them. Because they were something that we could get a lot of for not a lot of money. Because Dollar Tree. But they're cool. So here we have Steadfast. Well, I cannot say his name. And you look at the mold detail, and it is really, really nicely done. The details in this guy are actually pretty awesome. He looks great. Of course, it is just 5 points of articulation once again, but he's got personality, he's got uniqueness, and in the cartoon, he's a baker. He's always making cookies and cakes and stuff, which is pretty awesome. So once again, they're giving these guys personality. You're not just buying a generic figure, you're buying a character. And no one understands the power of that better than an 80s and 90s nerd. We get it. And obviously Robbie Smith gets it, and he was able to say, hey, you know what, Dollar Tree, you can do something kind of amazing. So, and Entertainer 13 says, it's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. So, what do we got? Oh, okay, yes. Oh, this is good. Okay, wait a minute here. He's gonna put down his gun. I have to make this work here because there we go. So now, yeah, he's like, all right, it's time to earn that cookie. Who wants a cookie? I got. Actually, it looks like a couple of those are cookies, and a couple of them might be jelly donuts. I'm not sure, but you know what? I want to eat his cookies. I watched the episode and I wanted to eat the cookies. So Shell 61 says, giving that arm just a base coat of wash and dry brushing would make it look much better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Just a little bit of, yes, you and I, we're like kismet right now. This is spot on. So we got Master Sergeant Steadfast and his cookie sheet not included, which is a bit of a shame because I feel like there's a potential for accessory packs that include like the cake and the cookies and maybe an oven like that. That's something. I want to see that. I want to see like baking supplies and like a kitchen for G.I. Joe characters or, these scale action figures because they have to eat. And that's something that I've been complaining about with Transformers for years. It's like, okay, why is everything either a sword or a gun or a shield? Why not other stuff? Recharging stations, scientific tools, computer terminals, which we are actually getting with the Arc. So, Hasbro's obviously listening. And then Mark Lungo says, the facial sculpt on that Steadfast has much more detail and personality than poor Fumbles. Yeah, that's the other thing. Okay, let's just take another quick look here. So, Mark, Fumbles Fumbles just he looks a little bit like a mannequin. You know, he's got an angry stare. It's not completely blank, but he doesn't have personality. And you look at Master Sergeant Steadfast, and he does. You know, he looks like a living person. You know, he has definition, and he has wrinkles in his face, and you know, he's absolutely Fumble. Yes. So Monica was just saying that Fumbles looks like an Easter Island head wearing a hat. So, so here we go. Yeah, just imagine. Wait, here, let's get this. There we go. Yeah, there it is. Easter Island head. I'm seeing it, except with a hat. So that is that's more about Fumbles. So this is Master Sergeant Steadfast, and there are weapons packs that are available for the guys, but I'm going to show you a couple more of the guys before we get to the weapons packs, because the weapons packs are kind of a thing. So next on the list we have Falcon, the new Captain America, and there he is. His name is Steel. And I know that there's the DC character named Steel, but I guess since this is Sergeant Steel, it's okay. But he totally looks like Falcon. I mean, right down to the wingsuit, the shades. He absolutely screams, I am Falcon. And since he's kind of in blue. I should turn the camera a bit more towards me. It's picking up the curtains. Oh, okay. So let's do that. Okay, so there we go. It's good that I read those comments out loud. Screw you, San Diego, or what was it? Suck it, San Diego, or something like that. So yeah, we've got Steel here, Sergeant Steel. So he is not as highly ranked as Master Sergeant Steadfast, but he's up there. And let's take a look at the back here. So it says origin warm plains of Africa, which is cool. As a boy in warm plains of Africa, Steel dreamed of soaring like a bird. Boy, I used to be able to read, and I can't read anymore. Of soaring like a bird, now a highly trained air resource, Steel has multiple specialized air packs for any mission. Nerves of Steel make him the team's greatest asset in the sky. That's right, Dudley. Yeah. Dudley was just saying how cool Steel looks, and how he approves of Steel's origin as being from the warm plains of Africa. That's pretty cool too. So we've got a personality. We've got more awesome artwork, and you can see more of the awesome artwork on the back. Okay, yeah. Once again, right out of a comic book. It screams comic book. To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised that they don't have a comic book yet. I expect IDW to be producing a Final Faction line anytime soon. So that is Steel, and let's take a look at the actual toy, which we have right here, and I had him on a G.I. Joe stand, but the holes in the feet are bigger than a G.I. Joe stand, so there was some tape involved that didn't really work. Once again, 5 points of articulation, but he does come with his backpack that has the wings, and once again, notice that the wings look good from all angles. Look at that. And they mimic the design of the wings that are on the ACRM. So that's cool. He's got his jets there that are poised to probably burn him in the butt. I'm guessing that he probably has like steel underpants or something. But well, they'd have to be insulated too, because steel is actually a pretty good conductor of heat. So
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
I'm sorry, Ice Bear, but sometimes these issues need to be dealt with. Okay. He can talk to the hand.
Ice Bear likes turtle.
And that, yes, Ice Bear likes turtle. Let's take a look at the rest of the figure and not just his butt. So here we have him, and I'm just going to point the camera down. That's going to make it a little bit easier. So there he is, and once again, a nice sculpt. And notice the detail painting where they've kind of scuffed up his armor a little bit. It's sort of like what the distressing that they did in the Transformers Siege line, but they've got a lot of detail in the outfit. It really does scream Falcon. He reminds me so much of Falcon, but and that's probably not an accident. But at the same time, a distinctly unique character. I love the face design. I mean, he's awesome. Here, let me zoom in on that. So, yeah, look at that. I mean, he looks great. And again, lots of personality. This is not just a. This is not just a generic figure. It's like, okay, well, I've got blank staring mannequin with wings now. This guy, he has attitude. He looks like he's focused, and he's like looking down on people. It's like, okay, I'm going to take out that guy. I'm going to take out that guy. I'm going to save her. I'm going to save him. I'm going to take out those two guys. And then, that guy, he looks like he might be a jerk. I'll save him for last. And that's what it looks like. You can see the texture in his clothing, and they've got different colors on him. So it's a nice figure. It's an interesting figure, and once again, like all the other figures in this line, it's solidly molded so it feels substantial. And yeah, there are only 5 points of articulation, but it looks good. It looks really good. And of course, you can get him into his swooping poses and have him fly around. And then with the accessory packs, you can give him extra guns and extra other stuff, and he can go to town. So that is Steel, and he is pretty cool. And you can even like give him Master Sergeant Steadfast Gun. Okay, he is able. And notice something else here. When they, first of all, they're really good at holding the weapons. Okay, look at how well he can hold that weapon. They did a really good job of molding the hands. And look at that. The trigger, the finger actually goes into the trigger slot. They really did. It's subtle details like that I don't have to force the gun to fit into his hand. It just fits and it works. And by the way, that glove looks great. So yeah, we got Steel here, and then let's look at the other like soldiery, more traditional soldiery guy in this group, and that's going to be Sergeant Ruck. We got sergeants. We got 2 sergeants and a master sergeant, and then a special agent and a robot. That's what we got in Series 1. So this is Sergeant Ruck. And he talks a little bit like Arnold back in the day, not like current Arnold, who is older and wiser, but more like a young Arnold. And he talks like that. You know what? I'm probably being offensive to Austrians. I apologize. So once again, straight up comic book illustration, looks great. this, the packaging is inviting and exciting, and he looks focused. It's like, I got weapons, I got my hearing protection, or maybe that's my hearing aid because I lost most of my hearing by having a gun right next to my head. One way or another. And then we've got the back of the package, and we see his origin is cold valleys of Austria. So, this is a world-class team, okay? They're not just they're not just staying local, because this is a global threat. So these are guys from all over the world, which is cool. That's awesome. So Ruck specializes in ground artillery. He uses heavy weapons that attach to his body to stave off the enemy. Born in the cold valleys of Austria, Ruck has a warm, compassionate heart, but is very competitive with his friend Steel. And so, they've not only are they giving you and of course they've got the stats here. That's important. This is straight up Transformers. This is the spec text. The only thing that they had to do to get it closer would be to make it so that you needed a little piece of red cellophane. Wait, here's what we'll do. All right. There we go. Okay, I've got my text specs decoder. There we go. Now I can read it in style. Yeah. Isn't that better? So we got our text specs decoder thing, and notice that they're not just saying what he's like as a soldier, but they're also giving you insight into his personality, and they're giving a shout out to another one of the characters. So he's like, we compete because we're like that, and then we've got Ruck over here is like, still he flies around, but he is not as cool as me because I have a tank cannon on my backpack, and I can stand to have it go off right next to my head, and that is what he would say, or something like that, or maybe he wouldn't, but I think he would. So here you go. Look at the expression on the face. Okay, just look at that expression. All right, he is a badass. And then you've got the hair sculpted. You've got, once again, they've kind of put some fatiguing on the armor there, on the chest, and the armor looks good. This is another thing. It's cool looking armor. It's not just, okay, we're putting some kind of schmutz on him and we're going to call it armor. This was designed by somebody who has an imagination and really is thinking, okay, what would look cool for this guy? What would look cool for this guy? And that seems to be the binding logic for this whole series. You look at the boots. Look at his boots. Okay, he's got mechanical robot boots because, of course, he's carrying around massive, heavy artillery. So he's getting some calf support, which he probably appreciates. He has what's probably an ammo pack on his back, and then this piece. This is a separate piece that just comes off here. So you can do that. You could even mount it on this side if you wanted to, but it would be aiming backwards. So you could do that. I don't think that it would be able to mount like that way on the other side. So Machiavellic says, so Steel is Captain America, Falcon, and Ruck is War Machine. And you know what? Ruck is absolutely War Machine. Wait a minute here. I wonder if I can put Master Sergeant Steadfast's mask on him. Come on, tell me that I can. Tell me that I can. Okay, wait here. We're gonna. Just give me a second. Okay. Maybe. Okay. It doesn't seem to want to go. I want to go on so bad. I wanted to go on so bad, but he's got this thing going around the back of his head. That's a shame. If he were just bald, then I'd be able to put that helmet on there. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Machiavellic. He looks like War Machine. he's got green paint on him. You know, he's not all shiny silver, but other than that, he absolutely looks like War Machine. You nailed it. You nailed it. So yeah, very good call. So there we have him, and he is cool. He's cool. And notice that he's got some holes on his arms, and that's for the upgraded weapons that you can get for these guys. He's got them on his boots. He's got holes on the bottom of the feet. Surprisingly. Shoulder, arm, shoulder. So you can something shoulder, something arm, shoulder gun can also go on the arm. Okay. So here, wait. What we'll do is we'll take the little pack that's on his arm and we'll put it there, and we can take this and we can do that. That's what Monica was saying. Yes. So there we go. You can do stuff like that, and so there's a lot of stuff that you can do with these guys, and this is just, once again, this is the basic figure that you get for $1. $1. Or in this case, a Ruck, because his name is Ruck. You get it? It's a Ruck. But okay. What the Ruck ever. So that is Sergeant Ruck, and he's fun. He's fun, and he's fun in the cartoon. I mentioned that I like the cartoon. So that's Ruck. And so the last member of the Alpha team is Specialist Shift, and we're gonna take a look. And you know what? I love Shift. I mean, she's awesome. She is awesome. The artwork, if you look on Robbie Smith's Instagram, you can see some artwork for Swift, and she just looks, or Shift, not Swift. Swift would be a good name for her too, but her name is Shift. So you can see that once again, nice artwork, and the figure looks nice. I mean, now look at that face sculpt. All right, just look at that face sculpt. Let me get this a little bit closer. Okay. Her face looks good. Like, she's pretty. And here, let me just do a comparison here. I've got I've got 2005 Retaliation Baroness. Okay. This Venom, Valor versus Venom Baroness. Okay, I'm pretty sure that is a sculpt of me when I was a teenager, complete with the long hair. That is not a good-looking figure, and it's Austin Powers. You know what it is? It's Austin Powers with a wig and boobs. So they gave Austin Powers boob armor and a wig, and the rest of it is like, oh, I'm so shaggerific. Oh, look at me. Yeah. So that is shaggerific Baroness. And then you compare that to Shift here, and she's like, look, I was manufactured by somebody who knows what women look like. Isn't that nice? and Monica said that my Austin Powers sounds more like Mason Verger, and you know what? I'll take that. The Baroness will do just about anything for a candy bar. Well, once you've been accepted by the Riz, you can't go back. Oh, did I mention that we've been watching a lot of Hannibal lately? So yeah, that is Austin Powers Baroness, and that's bad. It's so bad. And here's the thing, this 2-pack probably cost like over $10 to get, or something like that, like 7. Okay, so 7. So this is like at least $3.50. I could get 3.5 shifts for that. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about that. But let's take a look at the back of the package. And, of course, we have some more awesome artwork. And then we have here... So, once again, okay, global, all right? So far, like, 1, maybe 2 of these characters are definitively American. We don't really know where Boyd is from. We just know that he's 15 years old and paralyzed. But so we know that that Master Sergeant Steadfast is American, and then everybody else comes from somebody else in the world, which is very cool. Origin: Mountains of East Asia. Living in the mountains of East Asia, Shift was groomed to be a warrior from childhood. Trained in every form of combat, Shift is a force to be reckoned with. There has yet to be anyone who could challenge her skill. And here's the thing that... Yeah, I've got a shift right here. This one, notice that the eyes are printed a little bit above the eyeballs. Like, you can see how they're supposed to be about 1 millimeter down. So I guess this is like a variant, okay, which means it's going to be super collectible. Because I'm sure that manufacturing flaw from an action figure from Family Dollar or from Dollar Tree rather is one of a kind. Yeah, this didn't happen to any of the others. But nonetheless, I look at her and what I see is Agent May. I don't know if anybody else watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but she just strikes me as Agent May all over. And you know what? I absolutely want Agent May on my team of hero soldiers defending the Earth because she's freaking Agent May. So, Machiavellic says, was groomed since a young age. There's just no way to hear that without a shudder or 20. Yeah, there might be just a little bit of is that a stereotype? No, that's a trope. I think that's a trope, and I suspect that they're kind of aware of the tropes because, of course, since this was pitched as a line that is kind of a love letter to so many of those 80s and 90s properties, then I feel like when we see this guy that kind of looks like Falcon, and we see this guy that kind of looks like War Machine, then that's not really by accident. So we've got Shift here, and she's essentially Snake Eyes, and except Agent May, who is pretty much Snake Eyes, except talks a little bit. Not a lot, though. She doesn't talk a lot. Like, especially those early episodes where she was doing the stoic thing, where it's like, I am not emotional. I am an agent first. My first name is Agent. So we have Shift here, and she does look great, even if her eyes are a little bit off. But you look at the way that they sculpted, the hair is nice. Look at that. The hair is beautifully sculpted. You look at the outfit, she looks good. I mean, she's hot. Okay? She's hot. Look at that butt. She's got a nice butt. Okay, the people that designed this model, they had appreciation for the female form, and they gave her a good butt. And that's important because I'm a nerd guy, and it's important to me. But nonetheless, she's got 2 swords, and she can hold both swords, so she can dual wield. So, you got that. Notice that It is not hard to get her to hold both swords, and they have bicycle brakes on them, which is also important because she might need to stop a bicycle with her swords. And then she's got two things in the back, so you can put the swords back here, and you can take the other one, and it goes. Let's see. Wait here. Oh, okay. And that one can go right back there. Okay, so yeah, look at that. So she can hold her swords, and she's like, okay, yeah, I'm ready to go, and that's a cool looking figure. Like, that is a really cool looking figure. This may be my favorite figure in the group, just because she's so neat looking. The paint details are crisp and precise, even if the eyes are just a little bit off. Setsune says, tonight's stream is retro butt. Retro butt, you get it? Because we're showing a lot of butts on this live stream. It's retro. That's actually a pretty good one. A toast to you, Setsune. Machiavellic says, I like her gloves, but I kind of wish they were gray instead of olive drab. I could see that. Because that's the only thing that's green on the whole figure. That's interesting. Yeah. I didn't even pick up on that. But I will say that it just goes to show that they're not afraid to use more than one paint color either. So, yeah, I could see gray on there. I could see red, just because she's got the red boots and the red top. So, yeah, I could, but you know what? I could get another one and I could paint it just to see how it looks. And you know what it would cost me? That's right. $1. So we have our hero figures, and then there are accessory packs. That's something that is part of this whole schmazel. I don't remember the rest of the Laverne and Shirley thing, but let's see. I got weapons packs that are still in package somewhere. Do I? Did you save weapons packs that are still in the packaging? No. Okay, good. Okay, well then that's good, because I wasn't finding any. And so here's one. Here's one of the weapons packs, and this is the Heavy Arms weapons pack. And get in camera focus. There we go. So that is the Heavy Arms weapons pack. And see, this can be used for pretty much all of the human figures. They've all got the same pistol grip, or at least a pistol grip that's compatible with the human hands. Now, I don't know how well this would work with the robot. I don't think that the robot would be able to hold these, but yeah, we can try it out too. So we got that. But here, look at this. Okay, once again, they tell us what all the weapons are. So we've got our Skyflower, which is a rocket launcher that shoots exploding missiles that heat-seek and send up a different colored cloud based on what it has hit. High accuracy, damage, low stealth. So that's pretty cool. That's a neat thing. Notice that they're even putting a lot of imagination into the weapons. It's not just a pack of assorted gun-shaped plastic bits, and then you get this on the back. It's, okay, here's the guns, and here's what you've just bought, and here's what they do. So, the Rabid Wolf assault rifle fires large number of small lasers at a high rate of speed. So, there you go. That's essentially your basic assault rifle. And then you've got your Angry Ape, which I love the names of these things, too. Skyflower, Rabid Wolf, Angry Ape, Grenade Launcher, lobs explosive with great accuracy and high damage. And then the Railgun, of course you want a Railgun. I want a rail gun. I want a real rail gun. I don't know what I'd use it for. It's best not to ask, but I want one. I might mount it to the car somewhere. It'd be on a fold out thing so that people don't see it until essentially it's too late. So yeah, we've got a rail gun, shoots lasers with high accuracy, damage, and stealth. I'm pretty sure that railguns, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever they want to say. And then the tattooist. Okay, that's funny. The tattooist is a Gatling gun that shoots large numbers of small lasers from a rotating barrel, muzzle, low accuracy with high damage radius. So essentially, that thing is just going to be spraying your enemies with laser fire. And I do kind of like that they're just kind of using the word laser as a code name for bullets. Like laser is the kid-friendly word for bullets. When Osaka Jack is here. Welcome, Osaka Jack. We were just talking about Final Faction, available at your local Dollar Tree. Do you have Dollar Tree where you're at, Osaka Jack? I don't know if he has Dollar Tree. Probably not. Never mind this live stream. Just look at the cool toys. So Osaka Jack says, "Hey all, I see Clay has found a line of cheap toys to kit bash. That's a bucket list item crossed off for him." I know, isn't that awesome? But you know what? Here's the thing. I like these guys. Like, the kit bashing I would do would not necessarily be to, augment other toys, although I could. It would be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to make another Agent Shift figure that is in different colors and maybe has a flight back or something. Did I say a buck? Oh, a bucket list. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sokka Jack. I've only seen you for like 5 minutes and you already got me. Wow, a bucket. Well played, sir. Well played. To Osaka Jack. And, of course, because I said the thing like 4 times. Cardboard Bots is here. And that seems like a new name to me. I don't remember if we've seen Cardboard Bots. If we have, it's been a while, so welcome, Cardboard Bots. I really hope that you enjoy this live stream. Good to see you. So that is the weapons pack. Am I allowed to open this one? Nope. Okay. No, we're not opening that one. But I do have more of those. So let's just. I got. Oh yeah. Here we go. So here are those guns. See now this is one of the packs that's essentially aimed at using for any of the human characters. So whereas with the aliens, they're more alien specific. It's like, you got Ruck, you got Shift, you got Steel or Steadfast. You can use these things with any of them. And I just lost one. That like cost 15 cents. Wait a minute here. Oh. I can feel it. There we go. Okay. That's enough out of you. So all right. Well, I feel like the Gatling gun I mean, that has to go with Ruck here. So he's going to do that, and see how it fits into his hand, underhanded like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I kind of wish that there were like little pegs on the sides where I could plug it into his arm. Like that would be cool, but they don't have that. And let's see, we've got this one, which wait, let me see. This one was the railgun. Okay, I feel like Steadfast. He wants the railgun, so we're going to give him the railgun, and we'll put it in this hand. We'll put it in the robot hand. Well, actually, here. They've made it with this shoulder support right here, so I'll put it in the side so that he can actually use the shoulder support. I think that's going to go. Yes. Okay. So he has a hard time lowering his arm with it on there, but yeah, they've molded it with that shoulder support. And notice that the scope also lines up with his visor on his helmet. So that's actually a very well designed toy that can be used by any figure, but they did that, and then he still wants to have his other gun, so I'm going to give him his other gun too. He can dual wield, so yeah, there we go. We got that, and then we've got this one, which this was what? Oh, okay. The Angry Ape, the grenade launcher that lobs explosives. You know what? I also feel like Ruck wants that. So Ruck wants an Angry Ape. Now okay. Here, wait. Let me switch hands, because it also has that shoulder mount thing. So that it helps to put it in their right hand. I guess I could put it in the left hand, but then the shoulder support wouldn't be on the right side. So there we go. He's got an Angry Ape and his little Gatling gun thing. So yeah. Okay, now, oh boy, Ruck is happy right now. He is like, this is the best day of my life. I can now die a happy man. So yeah, that's that is Ruck. And let's see, we still got a couple more things here. This was from, oh wait a minute, this goes to this. This is like that missile thing. So there's a missile here. Is that from? Okay, yeah, that is correct. So that's the Sky Flower. Oh, I gave Ruck the wrong thing. Okay, this is the Sky Flower, and it's got this missile that comes off. Now, it's not spring-loaded or anything like that, but it does come off, and so you can actually have, like that. So that's pretty cool. And actually, well, yeah, you know what? He's a ground assault guy, so I could see him wanting a Sky Flower because he doesn't get off the ground much. So yeah, he'll go ahead and use a Sky Flower. That's all right. And what else we got? We've got the okay, so this is the Angry Ape. This is the grenade launcher. I guess I'll go ahead and give this to Steel. And yeah, Steel wouldn't mind having a grenade launcher. I mean, it's useful. It's useful to have a grenade launcher, so we'll do that. And we'll also give him the rabid wolf. Because he's like, my thing's flying, but I'll take a good assault rifle and a grenade launcher, and see, if you take them together, then you can fight the alien queen. So yeah, that's important. So Starhound says, so it's kind of funny, G.I. Joe is getting bigger with the classified series, but these are bucking the trend and going small, classic size. Yes, absolutely. Oh my gosh. Oh, Starhound. Bucking the system. Ah. This is a toast to Starhound. Very good. Very good. This one's for you, Starhound. What gets me is that the comments, these traps that all of you set for me are so insightful. It's not, it's not just word salad. Okay, it's like, ooh, I'm really thinking about the validity of their opinion here. I'd like to know more about Oh, it was a trick. So, anyway, yeah, we'll give Steel those things. So now we got, he can be flying around. Okay, that's pretty badass right there. That is really badass. So let's see. And that's those weapons packs. There's another one though. We've got more weapons packs. Let's see. I don't think. Okay, we don't have more weapons packs in the packaging, but what's important is that I actually still have the packaging from some of the other weapons packs. So we also have an air assault weapons pack, and of course that is going to be used for that's the one that we used for the ACRM. And that was this one. So that was those wing things, and that one's really just specific to him. Now I am kind of interested. I kind of have to check something out here. So you remember I got a couple of these, and I'm going to take a couple of these, and I'm just going to see. I have to satisfy my curiosity. Can I do it? Do they fit? They're a little bit loose on Ruck. Oh, I wanted to give the ACRM guns to Ruck, and they're not the same diameter. I feel like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. They've got these holes here, and they're not the same diameter as the ones for the ACRM. And it's like, because I want to see a case where the ACRM gets shot down, and then Ruck goes over and takes its armaments and puts them on him, and then he's able to do the stuff that the ACRM is. So that's a little something. I'm going to say that that's a missed opportunity, and something that hopefully, okay. So Ronnie Rob Smith. Yes, Robbie Smith. If you happen to see this live stream, I'm just throwing out opinions here because I love what you've done and I love what you're doing. I'm impressed and envious. The holes here should be the same diameter as the holes on this guy. I mean, cross compatibility increases the play value tenfold. That's so, that would be really cool. And it's so anyway, Osaka Jack says Skyflower sounds like the cheap fireworks that you get by the side of the road, which I remember when the fireworks that you got by the side of the road were way crappier than they are now, and cheaper. They were cheaper and crappier. Now, here in Pennsylvania, just a couple years ago, they made it legal for us to buy the fireworks that we've been buying in Ohio for decades. So now we can get them, and instead of paying all that money in gas, we pay all that money in taxes, which is better for the state. So, win-win. And Monica says, in Land of the Dead, the survivors used fireworks to distract the zombies. They called them skyflowers. So, very good, Osaka Jack. Yeah, you know what? Skyflowers. Yeah, you know what? That does sound like fireworks. That absolutely sounds like fireworks. Anyway, a toast to both Osaka Jack and Monica. I'm doing the background music because Monica stepped away for a moment. So and just pretend it's there. So yeah, I wish that the accessories were just a little bit more universal. Like, I would love for this weapon to have a little peg on the side of it that allowed it to plug in to his arm here, or, you know, the arms here. Yeah, I love that sort of stuff. And being able to explore that kind of stuff and see what kind of crazy monstrosities you can come up with is something that as a kid I always enjoyed. And it's something that you know, you look back at the Micronauts, where they had that universal 5mm peg that was everywhere and just allowed you an infinite number of play possibilities. Then that's something that could easily be applied to this series. Just pick one of your diameters and stick with it. That would just like these are already really cool, and I love them, and I hope that this line is successful, and I hope that it continues to grow, and I hope that your career, Rob, continues to grow, and you do well, because I'm already loving your work. But yeah, that's my suggestion. You one standard hole size, and then, you know, cross compatibility with parts. So let's see, where were we? That was that weapons pack, and then there's another one. Oh yes, the covert ops weapons pack. Let me show you what this has. So this is this one has a drone, a skyboard, and some guns, and like a grappling hook and a helmet. So it has the owl eyes that provide night heat, UV, and infrared vision, and that's the little helmet thing that you see right in the corner right here. And the Phoenix pack, which allows the user to hover. It increases speed with boost and rise into the air up to 40 feet. So, you know, essentially your jetpack. So you get a jetpack, and then you get the SPRG, the self-propelled and retracting grappling hook. So that's this thing right here. And it's useful for attaining high ground and pulling enemies close. And that, you know, that's really cool. Like, I love that they did that. And then you have Dawn and Dusk. Okay, so I'm guessing that Dawn is the lighter colored pistol and Dusk is the darker colored pistol, and they are handguns with a high rate of fire, accurate close and mid-range, limited ammo charge. So you got that. You got the Lion Fang, which is a short sword, useful for close combat fights, also good for intimidation. Like, yeah, you know what? And I wonder who would be holding that. Hint, hint, hint. And then the Stratus board right there hovers up to 40 feet above ground or water, reaches speeds of up to 30 miles an hour. And then the Dragon drone can sight and attack remotely, good for recon and ambushes. And we have these. Here, hold on, because I got, you know, what one thing that I love about this series is the fact that I got a whole set of them in a bin. That's just, like, when you have so much stuff that it's in Tupperware, then that means you're gonna have a good day. That's what that means. So we got our pack right here, and let me show you this stuff, because, you know, I feel like this, like the gun pack, they're good guns, and they kind of have something for everyone, but you know, they are just guns. I mean, they're cool guns, but not a lot of variety. This pack is really cool. So you got the drone, and the drone's just a drone. Here, let me show this on the camera here. So you look at the drone, it looks good. I mean, that's a cool looking drone. Now, it doesn't have any moving parts, but notice that once again, It is cool from all directions. It is not just a hollow drone top that doesn't have anything molded in. Look at that detail. And this is another thing that I could just have so much fun with some detail painting and just making it, just really making it pop. There's no paint detail, but the mold quality is very, very nice. Notice that there's no flash, there's no jaggedy edges. It's just a neat looking drone. Now, I'm just going to throw out that, once again, I feel like there's a missed opportunity here because there's no pegs. There's nothing, like, I can't, like, put this on his arm for him to carry around until he decides to hold it. And I can't mount the gun to it. Yeah. I want to be able to put guns on this. It has those 4 little things there that you could say are guns. They kind of look like guns. They might be guns. But, I want to be able to attach this thing, or at least, the very least, take one of these. Now, here's the thing. It was a buck, so I could just drill a hole. And I wouldn't even feel bad. So, you know what? There's a distinct possibility. Yeah, maybe that's the part 2 of this live stream, is revisiting this stuff when Series 2 has come out and after I've kit bashed some of Series 1 with enhancements and improvements so that you can take like the ACRM weapons and attach them to the drone. Now, it would be really cool if this folded up in some way. I understand. It's a buck. I know. I have to... You know what? Let's just start a counter, okay? That's like two times I've said it. So, and then after I'm done ranting, then we'll catch up. So, it's a single piece. They're keeping manufacturing costs down by not having any assembly. But you know what? I feel like there would be an opportunity with and I could I know how I would do it, but I would make 4 identical parts that are able to connect together in such a way that they joint and they're able to collapse. That's what I would do. So I'm not, and then maybe I don't even sell them together. There's no assembly in packaging. It's just putting it in the package and boom, you got your 4 drone parts, and then you put them together yourself to make the drone and it can fold up. So that's what I might do. Or even, 2. Like you can make that in 2 pieces. Absolutely. So anyway, but the drone is cool. I like the drone. But I feel like there's more opportunities. But hey, this line is in its infancy. Look at how much G.I. Joe and Star Wars have expanded from those early humble days. So if this is successful, then we could get the toys that do more, although, I would hope that by then they still have the charm that these have. And these do have charm. By the way, Joy is here. Joy to the live stream. Joy is here. A toast to Joy. What? Bucket? A buck? Oh, yeah, I did say it a bunch of times. So, okay, let's catch up. Like, I've got at least three bucks, now 4 bucks. Now 5. So, 1. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 1 more for good measure. So that's 5. So the Machiavellic says, I think Transformers do a good job with compatibility since pretty much every fist and port accepts the same size post. Yes, that is one thing that Transformers has done an excellent job. just about, and they've been using the same 5mm post since back in the Diaclone days. You know, that's what's crazy. You can even take the weapons from 35 years ago. I've been saying that word a lot, okay? It's not my fault. And they can still be used today. So that's something, and especially with the fossilizers and the weaponizers that they've created through the War of Cybertron trilogy lines, that's something that they've been really playing off of, and it's fun. It's cool. So, and Angry Viking is here! Angry Viking! Welcome, Angry Viking! Woo! So we got the drone. And then we've also got the Skyboom shield. Oh wait, no, that's called the Stratus board, and it's got a couple of foot pegs. So I feel like, let's see. All right, you know what? Steadfast. Yes, just because. Yes. So Steadfast. He absolutely wants the sky sled thing, the Stratus board. Okay, so there he goes. He can ride the Stratus board, and you know what? He might also want to wear the jetpack. That would give him increased maneuverability. Oh wait, I lost the jetpack. You know. Why is it that whenever something hits the ground, it goes underneath the footstool, like it or the chair? It doesn't bounce in a direction where it's just going to be in the middle of the carpet. No, it has to go under something, and I think that's because chairs and footstools have mass, and mass creates gravity. So yeah, that's a little science for you, very little. So we're gonna. I'm going to try again. All right, here we go. So, we're going to... Thank you. Do you put her up to this? Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you do. All right, so yeah, he's gonna wear the jetpack, and he's also going to have the thing, and so yeah, we'll give him that. So now he Steadfast, he's feeling pretty good because he's got his big gun, and he's got his thing. Oh wait, here we'll give him one of these too. Yeah, because he wants that. Yeah, there we go. I mean, that's pretty good. He's winning the fight now. Okay, he's got the sled thing, he's got the jetpack, he's got multiple armaments, he's got a cool looking helmet that does come off. I mean, he's doing pretty good. And then we've got a couple of these. Okay, so we know that Agent May here is going to want the knife. Okay, she definitely wants the knife, and she probably, I'm just guessing that she might carry the pistols, but I can't give her both pistols, so she's going to have the pistol and the knife. Although she is also carrying swords, so maybe I take the knife out and I have her tool wield and pistols. Because, we all know that she's not going to hold on to the pistols for long. She's going to empty the clips into her opponents and then just drop them. And they're going to be like, hey, those were expensive. And she's going to be like, I use blades. I like to see into the heart of my enemy before he dies. And that's what Shift is going to say. Although I also I also want her to have this, because I feel like she absolutely would use a grappling hook. So maybe she needs. Okay, so for the next, hey Robbie, if you're watching this, we need like an accessory belt for, so once you get the universal compatibility thing, you know, like a universal sized post or something like that, then we also need like a weapons harness or something that we can add to any figure that has more of those holes, so that we can peg extra weapons in around their waist or on their leg, or maybe as a backpack, something like that, because I want Shift to carry all this. I want her to have all of that, and I'm throwing all this stuff around, but yeah. And here's something else. So we've got the grappling hook thing, and the grappling hook part, the hook part has a little hole here, and there's a little loop right there, so you could actually tie a string or a thread to this and make it into a little functioning, play-worthy grappling hook. And that's really cool. You know, the fact that they went to that detail. Here, let me show this on the other camera, because I mean that's awesome, and I'm absolutely gonna do that. That's gonna be like one of the first things I do when I kit bash some of this stuff, is I'm adding the string. So that's really, really cool. And look, there's even a little nub on the bottom that you would be able to wrap the string around as like a spindle. So that's pretty cool. And doesn't Swift look awesome holding that stuff? Like you can tell that she's like, oh yeah, I was badass before, and now I'm even more badass. So, you know, deal with it. So and oh wait, here. Oh, come on. She can't do it. Her hair's in the way. Okay, she can't wear, I was going to try and give her the night goggles, but she can't do it. But you know who can wear the night goggles? There we go. Yeah, so that's pretty badass. Yeah, all right. So we've got him, and was there other stuff there? I think there was other stuff. Let's see. Oh wait, we got the helmet, we got the grappling gun. Okay, yeah, we did this whole weapons pack. We did it. So that's like the entire bunch of stuff that you can have for your hero characters. And that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's 5 characters, but you know, you can get more robots to fill in your armies. And I kind of feel like they need a generic grunt soldier. You know, just like an army builder, regular soldier. You know, maybe that has like a mask or something, so that they can be, you know, that you can have a whole bunch of them. Maybe the opportunity for like repainted bulk soldiers, so that, you know, you can have them with different skin tones, and really kind of very easily create some diversity just by running lines that are in slightly different flesh tones, and be like, okay, you know, we got a whole bunch of these guys, and by the way, everyone's gonna be a buck, and I know I said it on purpose this time. So yeah, I said it. Thank you for that. So, but of course, your hero line isn't, you know, you can't just have heroes. You know, this is something that we learned back in He-Man, because wasn't the original concept for He-Man that you would use them with your other toys, and then they're like, oh no, we've got to have villains. And so they're like, which, you know, oh, Walter Green is here. Hello, Walter Green. Welcome. I hope that you are enjoying this look at final faction, the line of action figures from Dollar Tree, which is like strangely good, like surprisingly good. So anyway, but yeah, you have to have bad guys. Yeah, you know, it's all well and good to say, well, you can use these with your other toys, but you know what? Let's face it, we are a culture at this point that is used to guided play, where a storyteller creates a universe for us to escape into, and then we let our imaginations go wild, expanding that universe in our own unique ways that gives us a part of it, but also allows us to share it with other people so that there's familiarity. I never realized that I had such feelings about guided play, but apparently I do. So you have to have your bad guys, and we do have bad guys. So our first bad guy is the Hive class drone, and here we're gonna look at this guy. He is in package, and he is gonna stay in package if I want to stay married. So what? Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah. I'm just so that you know, what I'm seeing off camera is you can get in bag, and that means there's a bag of these that I can get into. But and Monica says I should have a ton of these in the bag. So here, you know what? Let's just go ahead and we've got the bag. Oh, did you get these at Dollar Tree? Gosh, you know, I really wish that we were sponsored. Like this would be, it would be so great because, I mean, I feel, well, people might think, oh, you know, you're only saying this stuff because you're sponsored. But, you know, I feel like most people know by this point that that I'm excited about the, okay, we don't have a bunch of drones. We have the other ones, but oh no, I'm not opening that one. I've got other ones. We're good. We're good. So anyway, what happened to the one that, oh, there he is. So we've got the drone here, and once again, awesome packaging. I like this package even better than the Alpha Team. Because, you know, I love the purple and the green and the hex pattern, and look at that illustration. I mean, that is a cool looking guy. He is kind of scaly looking. He's got the red eyes and the claw hands. He sort of looks like a cross between a bone monster and a zombie. He's really, really cool, and I just really like him. So we go back here and we look at him, and of course we've got the stats, and the stats are awesome. Once again, we're just not selling a generic creature that could be anything. We're saying, hey, this creature has a backstory. This creature exists in a universe, and you can be part of that universe. So the Karn drone class is a basic grunt used for combat and labor operations. Not highly intelligent, but more intelligent than a brute, and able to accomplish moderate mission tasks. They can occasionally guide a brute to a target of interest. And so, yeah, these are your basic soldiers, and they're actually pretty cool. And you know, it comes with the guy and his weapon, which you can see right here. Here he is. So he's holding his gun, and look at that. He's cool looking. Like he's scary. Look at that. He reminds me of Ultron. Look at that. Okay. Is that or is that not like Ultron-esque? It's a little bit scully, and it's got the iridescent blue and purple, and I love what they did with the paint detail. It's just a nice finish, and he looks creepy. And this is where I feel like Robbie Smith got to have a lot of fun. And you know, you can sort of see him homaging a lot of design elements from other things that we're familiar with. You know, I see a little bit of Halo in here. I see a little bit of Aliens in here. And I see a little bit of Marvel enemies in here and villains. He's awesome looking. I love his legs. They're cool looking. Look at that. I mean, there's imagination here. There's personality. And once again, the manufacturing is very nice. He's only got 5 points of articulation, but he looks good. And he's got kind of a creepy pose to him, and I love his claw hands and the fingernails, and you know, this absolutely looks like one of the flood weapons from Halo. I mean, you know, that's just so Monica says he reminds me a bit of Swamp Thing. Yeah, you know what? I can see that. Yeah, there's definitely some Swamp Thing, especially in the face there. Like, just imagine the roots going down around the mouth. That would totally make him look Swamp Thing. So, you know, this is a cool looking guy. And I like him, and I could, like, we already have a pretty decent number of these, and I suspect that we will have a lot more. And again, this is an army builder guy. You could get 20 of these, and it would cost $20. So, my finger is saying, and the nice thing is all the monsters have their own individual weapons packs. And yes, that's something that I was just going to talk about. So you had the weapons pack that went with the ACRM, and you had the general weapons pack that went with the other guys, and then the specialty, like the infiltration weapons pack that went with the other guys. But with these guys, their weapon packs are specific to the figure, which let's see, we've got weapons. Let's take a look. So with the drone guy, okay, so we've got the Quake Arms weapons pack, and so here they are, and you've got the Crabber, which shoots piercing projectile that hooks into an enemy, and then the weapon pulls them close. So that's kind of the alien version of the grappling hook, except that it doesn't have an actual hooky thing that you can put a string on. So you just have to use your imagination. You have the Acid Spitter, which reaches back and shoots short-range acid bursts onto enemies. The acid can destroy any non-biological material. You know, that's just to make your parents feel good. Okay? That's them protecting their butts, saying, no, we're not talking about melting human flesh. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know, here's a secret. The Acid Spitter not only destroys non-biological material, it destroys biological material too. Shh, pass it on. Don't tell Mom. But it's going to be like the ending scene in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's going to be awesome. I mean, terrible. Don't. That's not what it does. It very specifically says that it only destroys non-biological. There it is in print. Okay, that's plausible deniability right there. And then they have the Spike Launcher, which attaches to the back and shoots short-range spike-like projectiles. And so I think that the acid thing is the thing that looks like it's two clamshells that go over either shoulder, whereas the Spike Launcher is sort of the sunflower thing that's being held up by a loving child with two hands. Yeah, you know that it's so Spike Launcher is child going like this with a giant flower head, and it's going to shoot spikes into your face. Whereas the acid thing is the one that has those, and we have those. That's the important thing. So here we've got. So we got these. And so these are the things. Now, what's nice is you got two different weapons here. You've got two different back weapons. And so we just happen to have, let's see, we've got a couple of these drone guys. I got another one. Okay. By the way, these handy dandy little containers are also available at Dollar Tree. So, hey Dollar Tree, you see what a good job I'm doing for you? You should give me a call. I'm great at this. So here we go. We got a couple of these guys. Now they both come with these little guns. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is what I like to do. I like to give one of the guys both guns. Because like it's great for each one to have one gun, but it's even better if one guy has two guns. So yeah, there we go. We've got him. He's got his dual shooty things, and then we'll give him the spike launcher. So yeah. Now he's dual wielding and he has a spike launcher, and then this guy. We'll give the grabby gun, so he can hold that just like that, and then we'll give him the acid spitter, and that goes on just like that. And so here, look at what we got here. So we've got this guy, and he looks all cool. Okay, that's cool. Look at that. Look at that. And see, what he would do is he would fire this thing, and it hooks into your flesh. And then it drags you forward, and then his backpack vomits acid all over you. And it only destroys non-biological material. Sure it does. So yeah, that's what he's going to do. So when you see him, just run away. Just run away. I mean, I feel like if I saw this guy, I would run away anyway. But yeah, you just hide because you don't want to be anywhere near him because it's just going to go badly for you. And then you have this guy, and he's dual wielding. So he's just like he's going to be like. And firing lots of stuff, and you're like, oh, if I could just get in close, and then you get a little bit closer, and then his spiky thing goes and fills your face with little darts that are probably poisoned and cause your flesh to melt. Because I feel like these aliens really, really enjoy the sight of melting human flesh. That's my impression. They just... I think that they're jealous of our smooth skin and they want to fix it. So yeah. And notice how, because of these weapons packs, these guys are very distinctively different in their function. Now all of a sudden, like, I want to have like a battalion of these guys that are armed this way, and then another battalion of these guys that are armed this way, and have them go on missions. And that's, yeah, that would be cool. So once again, the weapons packs. So essentially, I have here $3. This is $3 in my hands. Okay, it's not even $4. It's $3 because it's two guys with one weapons pack. That's really, really neat. That's really fun. So, and gosh, I want a dozen of these. And the nice thing is, if I decided to get a dozen of these, it would cost me $12. Yeah, I said it. Dollars. Feels good. Yeah, feels good. So that's those guys. And then we have, okay, so these are the guys that kind of annoyed me in the cartoon. These are the brutes, and it's a hive class brute, and you look at him and he just screams kaiju to me. Love the artwork. Just love the artwork. It may be my favorite artwork of all of these because he's so cool looking. He's just, and so let's look at the back here. We've got, and now we can really see that illustration. I'm loving it. Loving it. I mean, you know, I swear, this guy, he's collecting the Infinity Stones. You know he is. Okay, that whole caveman speak thing, that's an act. It's an act. Cause like, he's got these horns, and he's got the look on his face, and look at the expression. Okay, he's philosophizing in this photo. He's got his hand forward, and he's like, I am contemplating my place in the universe and why it is I must rule it. And that's what that illustration says to me. It doesn't say to me, oh, good guys, we should maybe splat them. No. That's not. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't like it. Like even if they were just kind of slow and like, you know, kind of a little bit hulky, but not just outright stupid. I don't like just the stupid, like, I don't know what I do. I don't know complex word like shoot or kill. I must say splat. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so the Karn Brute class specializes in power and destruction. They have very low intelligence and are controlled by a commander. Tank weapons are not able to penetrate a brute's skin. It is usually a team effort to bring these beasts down. And that's another thing. Okay, that's a great write-up. Now, in the cartoon, the dog was knocking them over. Okay, we haven't seen the dog yet, but they've already announced a season 2, and you get a dog. So, anyway, so yeah, you know, these guys, I feel like they should be a little more badass. You know, and I would rather the intelligence be interpreted as slow-witted, but not just overtly stupid. Yeah, you know, not like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I want different interpretations of low intelligence. A more cerebral kind of low intelligence. Dare I say. Joy says, hard to believe these were only $1 considering how detailed they are. You know, I see what you did there, but I'm going to go there with you anyway. A toast to Joy. Yeah, I said it, and I stand by it. So, that's the Brute. Let's take a look at the Brute figure, and here he is. He comes with let me see here. Wait a minute here. Okay, so he's got 2 hands and the spiky gun thing. So here he is, and it's a cool toy. Look at that. Okay, that is a cool toy. Once again, the sculpting is really nice from every angle. He is very solid. He feels good. The paint detail on this is actually very minimal. You know, I don't see a whole lot of, so you know what? He's got some silver on his chest. I thought that was just reflections of light, but he actually has silver detail on his chest, and of course he's got the red eyes. I could easily see like adding a little bit of brushed in gold or silver around on the head spikes. I think that would look cool. I feel like this guy would especially benefit from some dry brushing, and maybe, I could see adding a little bit of iridescent green to the legs here. I mean, these are a kit basher's dream. And it doesn't even have to be like just to improve other toys. You could have a lot of fun just going wild and making your own whole population of these aliens. And who knows, maybe they're just misunderstood. Maybe we should try talking to them rather than just shooting first and asking questions later. That's the more you know. Do-do-do-do. So anyway, here's the brute, and you're gonna kill him, and he's got his big spiky gun with a blade thing on the underside. I mean, isn't that the most horrible looking bayonet ever? Like it's got teeth on it. So essentially, he shoots at you until he's close enough to sink this thing into your skull, and then cleave your head in twain. That's what that gun does. And he's, of course, once again, 5 points of articulation. You got the head swivel here. You've got the shoulder swivel. You've got the legs that do this. But he looks really cool, and he's a great. All of the alien guys are excellent army builder guys. Like, you could easily get a bunch of each one for your little team, your ragtag team of cyber heroes to fight against. And they're up against impossible odds, but because of their courage and their skill, they're able to save the world. Yeah. So Angry Viking says, I'll bet that blade is rusty too. Oh, you know it. Like this is the lockjaw blade. Okay, this is that is what it's for. It probably has rust and dried animal guts on it, because when he can't find people, he stabs wildlife, and he doesn't eat the wildlife either. Okay, just so you know, he's just killing them because they're from Earth, and he's prejudiced, and that's the real evil. So yeah, that's him, and that's another way to show to be able to show the low intelligence when you see prejudice. So yeah, that's your brute. And it's cool. And then
now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
So of course he has his own weapons pack, and we're gonna look at that weapons pack. We have the weapons pack, and it has, let's see, wait here. I've got all these cards here. So let's see, that's the Quake Arms, and that's do I have the weapons pack for that? Do I? Let's see. That's the drone card. I missed some. Okay, wait, here we go. And so this is the shock arms. So shock arms weapons pack. Here we go. I got a lot of stuff here to try and keep track of. So here we go. It's another gun pack, and so we have the burrower, which shoots bioblasts that cling and burrow into an enemy, attacking nerve clusters. Yeah, that's awful, huh? Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't even know if that kills you. It just makes you want to die. I think that there was a Black Mirror episode about that. Isn't that it? So it shoots those bee things. It shoots the bee things from Black Mirror. And then there's the Core Blaster, which is straight up from Halo. I've picked up that gun. That is the Needler. That's not the Needler. That's, which one is that? Oh, that's the Covenant Plasma Rifle. Yeah, there it is. So the Core Blaster, Covenant Plasma Rifle, and it energy gathers in the core, then shoots a ball of energy that explodes on contact. High damage, low accuracy, high damage radius. And then you have the Zapper. You know what? There is so much imagination that has gone into this little line that I'm going to forgive the name the Zapper as just they're having fun. Shoots an energy ball that jumps from one enemy to another, getting stronger as it goes. That's just evil. Like it's like the alien shoots at you, and you duck, and you think, oh, thank goodness it didn't, it missed me, and then it hits your friend, and it blows him against a wall, and like he's like, I've never felt this kind of pain before, but I survived. And then it rebounds off of him, and then it hits another guy, and it gains momentum, and the other guy, like half of his face implodes, and he's like, I'm disfigured for life. No, I'm Mason Virgin. I'm talking about chocolate bars. And then it bounces off of some other guy, and his head explodes, and then it heads your way, and you're like, well, poop. This didn't go the way I wanted. So that's what the zapper does. It's more like, I feel like it should be called the ping pong. Like if you're gonna give it a goofy name, let's just go with the ping pong or something like that. Yeah. So we've got those. So that's important. Yeah. That's we've got those. So here we go. Oh wait, no, this is the arm pack. Yeah, alright, here we go. So this is that weapons pack. And so we've got our Covenant assault rifle. And that can go into his hand like this. At least I think it can. In theory, it can. Maybe it goes like this. Boy, it's a little tight. Boy, that's. Let me try this hand. Yeah. Okay, so you can do that. Yeah. Oh wait here. We'll get it. Okay. Alien hands are complicated. Yeah. You have to give me a little bit of consideration on that, and then we'll just shove that one in there. And so, yeah, there we go. So now he's got that. And here's the thing, though. I don't think that you can use these with the drones. We're going to find out here. But maybe we're going to find out. Yeah, the handles are a little bit, like, I can sort of get it in there, but you can tell that the hands don't fit these weapons. Well, on that, okay, so on that hand it does, but on the other hand it does not. So you can. So drones are restricted from using brute weapons. If they pick one up, it melts their DNA. That's how it works. And that makes sense because these guys are a little bit more intelligent. They're more likely to rebel, so you limit what they can pick up. But once again, I'm just going to throw out that if they had been designed with similar hand grips, then they'd all be able to use each other's weapons. And I like that kind of cross adaptability. I think it adds more versatility. What do you think? Yeah? Okay. Retrobot absolutely agrees that it's cooler when the weapons can be shared, and it's okay that it's too big for him. Because I want to imagine this guy picking it up and firing it once, and then he falls over backwards or goes into the side of a mountain. Okay, that's all right. It's sort of like that episode of Transformers Gen 1 when Brawn picks up Megatron's fusion cannon and he fires it and it blows him backwards. And I mean, every kid that saw that episode who had Brawn and Megatron, they reenacted that scene, and it was great because Brawn was only this big and his fusion cannon was like that big, and it was gorgeous. So so while you can get him to hold these, this hand is just a little bit difficult, but yeah. So these are intended to be brute weapons. So let's go ahead and let's show Mr. Brute guy with his brute weapon. And again, these weapons packs are beautifully molded, but they're not putting any paint detail. And that's going to save on manufacturing cost. And that's where if their profit margin isn't as good on the figures themselves, they get to make some of that up with these weapons. But they're really cool looking weapons. I mean, that's great. That's an awesome thing. And let's look at these guns. So you have that one. And you know, the packaging really doesn't do them justice. They look way cooler in real life than they look on the back of the card. In fact, I noticed that the photographs on the back of the card are kind of blurry. It seems like they're just, I don't know why they're blurry, because the print isn't that blurry. But these are definitely a little bit blurry. But they're cool looking guns. They are definitely cool looking guns. And the fact that they kind of remind me of other things from Halo and Aliens and stuff like that, other franchises, really just, once again, I feel like that's not by accident. It's not that, it's not that Rob's like, I don't have any ideas, I'm just gonna kind of make this and hope nobody notices. He knows what he's doing. He's doing it on purpose so that we'll look at that. It's like, I see what you did there. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's what he's going for. So that's one of the weapons packs, and then let's see. We also have our last alien guy is the Synthoid. He is a Synthoid, and here let me show you the guy. So this is him, and he's neat looking. He is like a cyborg alien thing. He is a Karn, and you see him. He's big too. Like, you can't see the artwork on the back because he just pretty much takes up the entire card. But he is a Synthoid. He is the toughest of the three alien guys. And yeah, you look at the back and you see, now you can finally see the artwork, and he's cool looking. Yeah, he's like a combination of cyborg mechanisms and alien biology. And there's a definite H.R. Geiger-ness to him, but it's kind of a soft H.R. Geiger-ness. Like there's no phalluses in here. It's a lot of the other design aesthetics without things. The Karn have very advanced technology that are autonomous, have synthetic biology, and are highly intelligent. Synthoids are used in all Karn operations, similar to the final faction ACRM, and they are not to be underestimated. So you look at this guy, and, this is the guy that's going to square off against your robot. Okay? That's... And you're going to get a bunch of them, and you're going to get a bunch of robots, and then you have them fight. And that's what they're for. So yeah, that's the Synthoid, and he looks like this. And you can see that our Synthoid and our robot are fighting in the background there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Synthoid. And there he is, and he's cool. He's got a blade arm. Okay, his blade arm is pretty cool, and then he's got a regular creature arm, and that's pretty cool. And then it's got, you can see the organic meeting up with the armor pieces and kind of growing out of the armor pieces. Like I feel like this is not a surgically produced thing. This is something that is sort of grown with the alien technology. That's what's happening in my head, where they've managed to figure out how to grow technology, and it's got the sort of power cell thing that it stole from Gypsy Avenger in its stomach, and it's got 8 eyes, which it stole from Black Arachnia, and of course, once again, looks good from every angle. And I feel like maybe one of the reasons why they're able to get away with having these solidly molded figures is because of the low articulation. You know, since there's only 4 points of articulation in this guy, they don't have to worry about knee joints that aren't able to support the weight of the figure, or hip joints that flop over, because you know, they can get it to balance a lot easier with less points, and that's pretty cool. You know, they're taking advantage of what of the way that they're making these and using it as an asset. That is smart design. And that's one of the things that I like about this. Now, I feel like this guy in particular, he could really use a lot of detail painting, because there's a lot going on here. You can see all the detail molded in and all these panels and then the organic parts, and I want to see color differences, and they're just not there. But you know, once again, this guy is, you know, that he's that much, and so if I go in with some metallic paints here and there, and I make his leg pieces, his leg armor a different color, and maybe paint in some detail around the edges and stuff like that, I mean, you know, I can do that, and it actually increases the fun value, because now it's not just a toy, it's a project, and it's fun, and it's relaxing, and do I have time to do that? Absolutely not. But I'm probably gonna make time, because I want to do another live stream about these guys. So that's him, and then he has his own weapons pack. Let's get his weapons pack. Is it that one? No. Is it this one? Nope. It's none of these. Okay. I know that I saw this somewhere. I know I did. Okay, so here we go. So here is the Synthoid weapons pack, and we can take a look there. So it's going to come with some back weapons and some new arms. Like when they're talking about the arms race, they're really talking about an arms race. Ba-dum-pa. See what I did with there? Oh gosh, we are so clever. All right. Anyway, enough of that. So we've got our battle arms, energy-based shoulder-mounted cannons that increase the Synthoid long-range attack capabilities, auto-targets biological enemies, high accuracy, high damage. All right, they're owning that they're killing humans. All right, there it is. Targets biological enemies. Yeah, that's us. Okay, just in case we're biological enemies. In case you were wondering, that's you and me. Not you, pal, though. Okay? So, you know, you're safe. And then there's the trap arm, which gives the Synthoid additional dexterity, increasing ability to grab and hold enemies. So you know, they have another claw hand. You see, he actually can have two hands rather than just one. And then the needle arm, close range combat attachment, gives Synthoid the ability to inject nerve toxins into enemies, temporarily rendering them immobile. Yes, temporarily rendering them immobile by temporarily causing death. So we got these. Let's pull these out. Here we go. We got these. And we're gonna pull these out here. And this is another case where, okay, so you've got two different kinds of arm things that you can put in. So when you have multiples of these guys, see I already lost one arm. Then you can take, and you could have one that now has here, we'll stick that in there. So yeah, you could have one that's just got normal arms like that. And it's like, okay, you know, he's going to be your basic synthoid that's going to be running and grabbing and grabbing and climbing, and you know, he's just your general synthoid now. And then you take your other one and you give him like one of these, and oh, whoops, there we go. And then you put that in there, and now he's got his you know, needle thing, and so, you know, maybe he grabs and kills you, or maybe he's got the blade thing, so we could take the blade thing out, and we could put the blade thing in there. So now he doesn't have hands. Okay, this one doesn't have hands. It has blade on one side and immobilizer on the other side, and then you plug in these things in the back. And so it's really just, this is your synthoid tank, and he's gonna go around, and he's either gonna blast dudes from far away, or if he's close enough, he's going to stab them in the face with the immobilizer to temporarily immobilize enemies, or he's going to slash them with his slashy arm, and then that permanently immobilizes enemies. And so here, let's take a look at this guy in the side here, and you know, look at that. Look at what they've done there. That's cool. That's just cool. And look at the serrated edge. You know that's as sharp as coral, and it will tear your flesh up to temporarily immobilize you. And then there's your blade arm. And then, you know, we've got our these things are straight up War of the Worlds. Okay, these are 100% War of the Worlds, and look at how good this guy looks out of the package. I mean, there's not a lot of paint detail on this guy. You know, they've added some silver on the front, which looks really, really nice. They've done the eyeballs. And then that purple thing, it really pops. But the arms and legs are non-painted, but they scream out to be. But he looks great. He looks really, really cool. And then, you know, you can take these things out, and you can give them arms like this. And the arms also look really, really good. So there we'll go like that. And so, yeah, look at those. Oh my gosh, that's gnarly. That's like Freddy Krueger's hand right there, the one without the glove. So, and only 3 fingers. 2 fingers and a thumb. And then you look at that one, yeah, it's just as grisly. You know, this is what happens when an octopus pretends to be human. All right, that's what it looks like to me. So that is the synthoid, and notice that we haven't gotten like a big bad. In series 1, we've gotten enough aliens that your good guys have people to fight, but we haven't gotten like a general or a commander or anything like that. So but he was on the cartoon. Yes, the bad guy was mentioned in the cartoon, and they do have stuff that is planned for the future. So like, here's a picture right here. You can see some of the Wave 2 guys. You're gonna have a battle mech, and then this guy is featured in the episode, and he seems to be like maybe a double agent of some sort, because he might. Yeah. Oh, he's Zartan. He's essentially Zartan, and then you have this is your evil general alien guy, and you get the dog, and you know, I wouldn't have thought that I would have liked the dog, but the dog is actually pretty cool, and his name is Churro. Okay, how can you not like a dog named Churro? And then. And so, yeah, that's the dog, and that's Zartan, and this is Steel Battalion, and then that actually is Ultron. So there we go. And then also they have a vehicle. Look at this. I want this so badly. Oh my gosh. And look, it has armor pieces and extra guns. But yeah, in the cartoon you see them ride in on this, and I absolutely want that. And chances are, I mean, if everything follows suit, then it'll be a buck. It'll be a buck. And until it gets popular enough to warrant them charging more than a buck. So yeah, you should watch the video. You should watch the show. Oh yeah, I've said buck like 5 times. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's 1. It's 2. 3. That's 4. That's 5. All right, so that's the whole series 1, and that's so cool. Like seeing this makes me feel like a kid again. It really does. You know, it makes me feel like when I first saw Transformers or G.I. Joe on the toy store shelves, and it's like, ooh, what's this? Oh, yeah, oh, GoBot. What are GoBots? What are, you know, it's cool, and I love to see it, and they're doing such a good job. I really, really hope that this takes off, because it's kind of awesome. But of course, we promised to give away a couple gift sets of Final Factions figures. So, have you tabulated the results? You were supposed to tabulate the results. Oh, okay. So, here we go. And let's just pull this out. Okay, so, ooh, Transformers Volume 1, very, very good. Okay, you know what, you're fueled up, and I see that you have tabulated the results on note paper. That's surprising. Here, let me put this back in. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and so, second prize. Oh wait. There's a third, but okay. So there's a third prize. Okay, I thought we're doing 3. Okay, we're doing 3. So third prize, our bonus prize, goes to Angry Viking. Yes, Angry Viking. You are going to get a prize pack of Final Faction figures. So you know, yeah. And then second prize is going to go to Mark Lungo. Congratulations, Mark. And then first prize is going... you know what? I am so glad about this. This is awesome. Because it is his birthday, so I'm glad that this happened. Michael and Asher Spicer, you win the first prize pack. You are going to get our first prize bunch of Final Faction figures, and you know, there's small parts, so Asher, do not put these things in your mouth. All right, just saying, choking hazard, do not put them in your mouth. But Mike, if you want to put them in your mouth, I guess you can. I don't know. So for all of you now, Michael and Asher, I actually know how to get these things to you, so you probably don't need to do this. But for Mark Lungo and Angry Viking, please send us your email. Send an email with your address to retrobotyoutube@aol.com, and we will mail things out to you ASAP. So that's, yes, so, and, you know, you're probably going to do stuff on Twitter to make sure that people know, but, yes. So that's it, and it's like 10:57, so real quick, we are a small channel that's trying to get bigger, so if you would be so kind, and especially if you've had fun tonight, please click the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe and click the bell icon so that you know when we're doing more of these videos, which is pretty much every Friday night at Eastern United States time. Check out our other videos, including our Short Circuits videos, shorter formats for your retro viewing needs. Those happen usually on Mondays and Wednesdays every week, but you know, it kind of depends on ebb and flow and my ability to record and post videos. Next Friday, we are going big, really big. It is the Metroplex live stream. Bam! Thank you so much for watching. This is Clay and Retrobot. And we are telling you... Oh, wait, shouldn't we toast? We have to toast people! Oh my gosh! I almost did it! Oh, boy. Whew! So, a toast to everyone who has joined us tonight. Thank you so much. You guys are the best, and I love you. So, thank you for joining me. And Bushman Brown is here! Oh, a toast to Bushman Brown! So, with all of that being said, a toast to Rob S. A toast to Dawn. A toast to Colleen. A toast and a congratulations to Mark Lungo. A toast to Starhound. Have you ever noticed that I can't say Starhound without saying it like Starhound? But a toast to Amanda McKayo. A toast, a congratulations, and a happy birthday to Asher and Michael Spicer. A toast to the Machiavellic. A big toast to Setsune. A big two toasts to Nathan and Connie Fillion. A toast to Shell 61. Thank you for joining us. A toast to Entertainer 13. Thank you so much. See, we're doing the number people. A toast to Christopher Remley. Welcome, sir, and have a good night. A toast to Osaka Jack. A toast to Cardboard Bots. Yeah. And a toast to Joy. And a toast to Angry Vikings. And a congratulations to Angry Vikings. A toast to Walter Green. And last but not least, a toast to Bushman Brown. Which is good because I'm almost out of stuff. So, thank you so much for joining me. This is Clay and Retrobot telling you to, telling you and you over there, and especially you right there, to keep it Retrobot! Yeah! Woo! Keeping it retro! Even when they're brand new toys. Do you still feel the retro? Because I feel the retro. Like, they're feeling the retro. Especially since, you know, we're doing the retro thing. Alright. Yeah, you are right. And, you know, I never really thought about the philosophical implications of that. You know, you're very insightful.